welcome to the Olympic Stadium in Munich, where the lesser known of the two German football clubs in this town, 1860 Munich, are taking on the Italian team Parma for a place in the last 16 of the UEFA Cup. It's second leg action now, 2-2 the score in the first leg in Parma a fortnight ago. So the German side playing in the yellow strip tonight, in control you could say, at the halfway mark of the tie. So it will be the home side, 1860 Munich, to kick off in the yellow and blue strip. Ned Zelic and Paul Agostino, two Australians, both in the starting lineup for 1860 here this evening. Parma, a side with great tradition in recent years in the UEFA Cup, winning the competition a couple of years ago. So a little bit early just to write them off, but certainly you feel that 1860 Munich have done the hard yards with 2 away goals in that 2-2 draw. As Mikland heads it on. There has been some rumours in recent weeks about Paul Agostino being courted by a couple of Italian clubs, Milan and Brescia. Let's see how he goes against one of the tightest defences in Italy, against Parma. Zelic just toe-poking the ball away. Well, just over 20,000 fans in the Olympic Stadium this evening. Holds almost 80,000, but 1860 Munich, very much the poorer relation of the two big clubs in this part of Germany. Not travelling too well in the Bundesliga either, now sitting third from bottom at the moment, as Sergio Conceição takes the free kick. That's easily handled by the defence. Losing sight of the ball there for the moment. Zelic getting a touch in. Parma come again with Boghossian. Alberto Malassani suffered a mild heart attack 4 weeks ago as the coach of Parma. Sergio Conceição, who's better known as a midfielder, but he's asked to join in to the attack on a regular basis. Just one recognised striker named by Parma, and Amoroso. That's not a great goal kick. Mikland, the Norwegian. Mikland again. Agostino, the little touchdown. Parma forward. That's not a bad ball over the top. It's just holding up. It's awkward between the defender and the goalkeeper, but just hooked away there by Zelic. Hoffman, the goalkeeper, and Zelic under pressure from Amoroso. Zelic decided to take matters in his own hands and just make absolutely sure, but there's more defensive work to do. Here's Zelic again. Oh, going all the way back and going out of play. That's a throw into 1860 Munich. Amoroso, who in his second year with Parma now, he really did make his mark with Udinese in Serie A. He scored 44 goals in Serie A, but hasn't had such a fruitful time of it at Parma. Martin Max is the man with the number 9 shirt in attack for 1860 Munich alongside Paul Agostino. Today's referee is Leslie Irvine from Northern Ireland. Oh, that's nicely let run. And a good challenge on that far side. Just over 13 minutes gone here at the Olympic Stadium. Still 1860 Munich 0, Parma 0. Too many opportunities in front of goal now. Martin Marx perhaps with one to show as he tries to find Agostino. Will run runs through comfortably for Gianluigi Buffon. Cannavaro, familiar look about the Parma defence with Cannavaro and Lilian Thuram. Teresi on one side and Falsini on the other. Oh, that's a nice little interchange. Parma making their way through the centre. Little ball was aimed for Amoroso, but the flag stays down. And this is a great cut back and a chance here. Well, Sergio Conceição did brilliantly there to work out the shooting opportunity for himself. Well, Melisani will be knowledgeable of the fact that a low-scoring draw will mean that 1860 goes through to the next round, so they really must win here. And it was a great bit of play there by Sergio Conceição. Didn't take a deflection as it sailed over the bar. Parma come again, really taking the tie to 1860. Amoroso, Sergio Conceição waiting in the centre. That's a great bit of skill by Fusa. Amoroso! Well, a good chance. Clean head on the ball as well by the Brazilian. Well, good defending in the end. The fullback there caught out by the good positioning of Amoroso, but he just managed to close him down enough to distract him with the header. It's a nice pass. Agostino waiting in the centre as Marx feeds it out wide, and the shot comes in, and it's flashing past the near post. Buffon really was well in control of that one. The player to take the shot was the Czech international Roman Tidze. Scored in the first leg between these two sides. It's a corner, and it's an easy save for Buffon. Buffon making his first team debut at 17.5 years of age. That's the 1860 Munich coach, Walter Laurent, the son of the great Hungarian player of Hungary's wonder team in the late 40s to the mid-50s. He's certainly not happy, and neither is Melisani, with the tie still in favour of the German team. Mikland, Zelic with the early ball forward over the top. Just on 26 minutes gone now. It's still 0-0. Well, Parma looking for a free kick, not given now. 1860 Munich have some players forward, though Parma are funneling back and quickly have 5 or 6 players behind the ball. Tidze inside. Mikland. Zelic back to Mikland. And Tidze's fouled. Well, you suspect that a goal for 1860 Munich would almost put the tie beyond Parma. Well, no contact there on Tidze by Fuser. That's why he was a little upset with the decision. And the header flashing past the post. Marco Kurz making a run from the back. So often you see a free kick that's given when it shouldn't be, and it results in a goal, which further rubs salt into the wound. Not on that occasion, though, as Parma worked their way forward. That's not a bad run at all, this. The play is still going as the shot comes in. Good save from Hoffman. Well, there didn't appear to be too much danger out wide, but Diego Fuser has made a reputation over the years of being a player who can strike a wonderful ball from long range. This one off the left boot. A little off balance when he took the shot, and it was curling away from the goalkeeper. It's a corner to Parma. Oh, just past the post. Well, I suspect that Hoffman is shaking his head with the marking at the back there. It was the Frenchman, Alain Bohossion, who was, well, he wasn't free, but he wasn't marked tightly enough. And gratefully, Hoffman watched it go past the post. In 1860, Munich need a strong run in Europe to make up for their dismal league form, and this could be the way to go about it. That's crossed the goal line, though. Sitting in third from bottom spot in the Bundesliga, 1860 Munich. They were knocked out of the Champions League playoff situation by Leeds United. And they went on to eliminate Drnovice of the Czech Republic and Halmstads of Sweden in the first two rounds of the UEFA Cup. Half-time at the Olympic Stadium, and so far so good for 1860 Munich, in the sense that a 0-0 draw is all they need to go through to the last 16. Parma showed that they have come here to really make a game of it, but as yet they haven't tested Michael Hoffman in goal too severely. At the break, it's 1860 Munich 0, Parma 0. Well, the start of the second half about to begin in just a moment. 1860 Munich, the Lions up against Parma. 2 weeks earlier in the first leg, it was goals by Roman Tidze and Marcus Bierle for 1860 Munich, and for Parma there was a bit of fortune. A terrible error by Ned Zelic gifted Johan Miku with the opening goal for Parma, and Stephen Apaya scored the second there. That's the Parma bench, rugged up against the German winter cold. Parma in a pretty good run of results at the moment in Serie A, including a 6-1 thrashing of Inter Milan in the Coppa Italia recently. They only need one or two of those goals here tonight to throw this tie wide open. A 1-0 win for Parma, remember, would be enough. As Fuser cuts inside. Little chip across is an easy one for Hoffman. Midtjylland playing the first time ball back, but there was a challenge off the ball there. It has to be at least a yellow. Cannavaro, he can have no complaints with that decision, the challenge off the ball. So a yellow to the Italian international. Parma's defence has been in terrific form in Serie A, very hard to puncture. Same can't be said for 1860 Munich, who've led in 26 goals so far. As the cross comes in, Agostino the target. Away by Thuram. Sergio Conceição keeps the ball in. Just under 20 minutes left now at the Olympic Stadium, still 0-0. Well, a goal now for 1860 Munich would surely clinch the tie for them. A goal now for Parma would throw it absolutely wide open. Help forward, looking for Amoroso. Zelic to take the free kick. Punches it low towards fellow Australian Agostino. In his last game for Australia, scored twice in the match against South Korea. Oh, this is great play from the back. As Kurtz came forward, space on the left now for Agostino, the man who's in form in the Bundesliga, takes the shot. 14 goals so far this season for Paul Agostino, by far his best vein of form since he's been in Europe for something like 8 years now. Just squeezed the ball onto the left foot, there was no real angle to shoot from. Now Parma, ball player goes down in the area. Fuzer wins the ball. Well, after all that, it will be a corner. Complaint from the 1860 Munich players is perhaps about the dive in the area. Ned Zelic organising things, watchful as Fuzer takes the corner. And that's a header off the line. Now, it was a use of a hand there. It will be a double blow this for 1860 Munich. Mikland sent off instantly, as he must be. But more painful from that perhaps is it's a penalty to Parma. Well, it was a great jump in the air, good clean header, and Mikland too high for him. He's not the tallest player by any stretch, and he did stretch for that one, touched it with his hand, and he just turned and walked off the pitch instantly after he'd done it. But if the penalty's missed, it would be a sacrifice well worth making. It was a goal anyway. Now, Amoroso scores! So Parma have the lead tonight, and they go 3-2 ahead on aggregate. So Mikland's gamble didn't pay off. A little stutter step from Amoroso. Hoffman went the right way, but it was too close to the corner, as we'll see here. Well, a game that seemed to be just petering out to a 0-0 draw has come alive all of a sudden. Malesani knows that now his team has something to hang on to. Very much 1860 Munich's turn to chase the game. Zelic now playing a little bit more forward already. Well, the referee's not happy with the challenge there, and it's Cannavaro who could be in very big trouble here. He got a yellow not too long ago. I'm sure I saw the referee reaching for his pocket initially. Maybe he's just checked to see. No, he's going for his pocket again. Cannavaro will be sent off here. That's his second yellow. So now we're down to 10 men apiece. As the sending off for Fabio Cannavaro, jumping with the elbow was the decision from the referee. 12 minutes left to hang on here. Lamouchi still pleading a case for Cannavaro, but it's too late. He's off. Mikland was sent off earlier. Let's just see how dangerous it was. Well, the referee was right there. It was a yellow card offence. And translated into a sending off. So a change straight away by Alberto Malassani. Antonio Benarivo has come on. Amoroso has been sacrificed out of the attack. Benarivo on in the place of the man who was sent off, Cannavaro. Malassani has a smile on his face for Amoroso. I'm sure the Brazilian understands why he was substituted. That's nice play, just staying along the line. A good cross! Buffon fumbled on the goal line, and Thomas Hassler it was came in, a player who just has a knack of scoring goals at the right time. The veteran sweeping a shot into the near post. Buffon did well to gather that. Titze cutting inside. Still Titze going. That's a good run by him. Long-range shot. Well, under normal circumstances, you'd say that was a reasonable try by Roman Titze, but when you need a goal desperately, some would feel it's a little bit speculative. Easy for Buffon. Well, it's not looking good for 1860 Munich, who very much need a lift after their dismal season today. Place in the last 16 of the UEFA Cup would certainly give them that, but another goal to Parma here, and they would be out of the competition for sure. It comes across! Oh, good ball in by Fuser. No one there to finish it off for Parma. Now that would have clinched the tie. And 1860 Munich come forward with Titze. Oh, that's a terrible error. Through on the goalkeeper now. Just Hoffman to beat. It's played square. That's it. It's all over. Parma will go through thanks to the clinching goal by Sergio Conceição. Well, a terrible mistake in the centre of the park there by 1860 as they went in search of an equalising goal. But with 5 minutes left, 1860 Munich need a miracle now. Zelic there turned his back on the ball. He wasn't sure that it was coming, and just pouncing on it brilliantly. That was a great bit of play by the substitute Junior, and an easy tap in for Sergio Conceição at the end, and that could be the end. It should be the end of 1860 Munich's season in Europe. Well, that's certainly the way the fans feel as they funnel out of the Olympic Stadium here. Buffon fouled. A little bit of tension as Agostino and Torrisi square up. Paul Agostino probably get a yellow card for that. Talam just offers the hand as Agostino saying that it wasn't just one way, that he copped a bit of treatment as well. And here's the evidence. He was showing the referee his leg. And when you're 2 down with just a minute or so on the clock, you do tend to throw yourself into challenges with little concern about the consequences. Zelic forward. Agostino. That's a good tackle by the defender Thuram. Well, disappointment for the home fans here as the German side crashes out of Europe after coming into this match very much in the driver's seat. It was 2 late goals for Parma. Amoroso with a penalty and a clincher from Sergio Conceição. And Parma march on to the last 16. 1860 Munich season. It gets worse as they must now concentrate very much on the battle against relegation from the Bundesliga. It's finished 1860 Munich 0, Parma 2.